Hello, this is Vin and Pip's channel, Covenant of Promise. Today we're going to be looking at Luke 5, verse 33. It's the parable of the wineskins. And it's basically about people wanting to hold on to the old and not accept the new covenant, you know. And it's this very simple parable, really. Well, anyway, we'll get into it. And they said unto him, why did the disciples of John fast often, and make prayers, and likewise the disciples of the Pharisees, but thine eat and drink? And he said unto them, can ye make the children of the bride chamber fast, while the bridegroom is with them? So, yeah, we'll go to the next bit. But the days will come, when the bridegroom shall be taken away from them, and then shall they fast in those days. So what he's saying is, while he's with them, there's no need for them to fast. But when he goes away, because he must go away, well, he's saying that's when they'll fast. You know, it reminds me of Amos. You know, I shall turn your feasts, which is the opposite of fasting, into lamentation, into mourning, and turn your mirth into lamentations. So what he's saying is, when I go away, you know, don't be feasting, and it's time to mourn and fast and lamentations and woe, you know. But obviously everyone wants to keep doing the feast while he's away, but that's not what that says, is it? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken away from them, and then shall they fast in those days. And he spake also a parable unto them. No man putteth a piece of a new garment upon an old. If otherwise, then both the new make it a rent, and the piece that was taken out of the new agreeth not with the old. Again, so it's hanging on to the old law, the sacrificial law, and, you know, not accepting the new covenant that he's refreshing, yeah? And no man putteth a new wine into old skins, else the new wine will burst the skins, and be spilled, and the bottle shall perish, but the new wine must be put into new skins, and both are preserved. So what he's saying there, it's like the double-minded man is foolish in all his ways. You know, like, you can't have your feet in both camps. You can't have one foot in the sacrificial law and one foot in the covenant of promise, because if you do, it's like what Paul says. If you hold on to any part of the sacrificial law, then you're a debtor to fulfill the whole law. And he uses circumcision as an example of that. Like, if you get circumcised, then you've got to do the whole law, because that's what you've chosen, basically. And not only that, if you do these things, you're trampling underneath the foot of God and making the sacrifice of non-effect. You know, making the covenant of promise of non-effect. You know, this is Hebrews 10, and it's also Galatians. But this is what people want to do. They want the foot half in one camp and half in the other, and you can't do that according to Paul. So anyways, so this is what it's talking about. And no man putteth wine in old skins, else the new wine will burst the skins, and be spilled, and the skins shall perish. But new wine must be put, and the new wine is actually the gospel and his covenant. That's the new wine, yeah? Put into new skins, and both are preserved, yeah? No man also, having drunk old wine, straightway desireth new, for he saith the old is better. Now he's talking about the people who want to hang on, like the Pharisees and the Jews and the feasters. They want to hang on to that, you know, the old covenant, which was, according to a lot of the scripture, bondage, and was given because of a punishment, yeah? A schoolmaster, until a time should come when the new wine came, which is the blood of Messiah and the covenant that he refreshed. So, very simple parable, but it says so much, doesn't it? So, you know, don't be like those guys who want to hang on to the old wine. Get the new wine in the new skins and move forward and not backwards. Till next time, Covenant of Promise. See you later.